guys, it's Megan and today I'm coming at you on Halloween. I'm filming it on Halloween, but you guys won't see it on Halloween. But I hope you all had an awesome spooky day, and I feel like I'm in the Halloween spirit this year. Usually I really don't care, but this year I have some spooky nails that got me in the spirit. These are some just press-on nails, and they have these cool skulls, and some have little like they're not like studs, but they're little like fake metal pieces, and some glitter. These are the style Living Dead, which is so appropriate for today, and I just love how they look so much. They're so long, like you can see my natural nail is like way down there, and these are super long, so I am going to scratch my eyeballs out when I am taking out my contacts tonight, but I was like, at least for today, I'll enjoy them and have fun with them. I can barely like type, I can barely text, but it's worth it because it's in the spooky theme, and I'm using my mom's nice Halloween decorations as a backdrop today because one, I want to take advantage of the decorations, but it's also beautiful outside, so I wanted to sit down here in our entryway because it's just, the light is so pretty and I just love it. But I've also been watching our Halloween Town DVDs. Well, to be fair, I haven't watched the DVDs, but I've been watching on the Disney Channel YouTube channel. They have been playing the Halloween Town movies over and over and over again for like 24 hours, and I've just been like watching them in my spare time. It's been so fun. So this video is not about Halloween, but I'm just addressing Halloween because I'm really enjoying it today. And I have these little cups from Target. This one says "Come in for a spell" with a little like witch's hat. So cute. And someone brought in Halloween donuts this morning at a meeting, so it was just like so Halloween-y and awesome. And I was just feeling like sassy and feisty this morning with my nails, and so I wore my cherry choker from my Cheryl Blossom costume that I've actually been wearing a lot, not when I've been dressed up as Cheryl, and I wore like a plaid shirt under a sweater. I was just feeling like really fallish and very sassy today. So the purpose of this video is to update you guys on my no-buy. Low-buy. I always say no-buy, but it's a low-buy. I'm definitely not on a no-buy, and even my low-buy is like struggling a little bit. So I've been trying to really cut back, and I have no excuses. So I've been shopping more than I would like, and I know I'm only the one to blame, but I don't know what it was this month that was more like a spendy month than I expected, and it must have started at the beginning of the month when that Sephora Friends and Family sale happened, and I found a coupon for it on Reddit, and I got the Sephora Favorite Skin Wonderland set and the Sunday Riley Good Jeans holiday set, and I'm super happy with both of those purchases. But that kind of set the tone, I think, for the month, because I've noticed that once I buy something, like whether it's the littlest thing or the biggest thing, once I make that one decision to purchase that thing, it snowballs, and it's, I guess, easier for me to excuse the next and next and next purchases, because I'm like, oh, it's just a little thing, it's not that bad, like I'm making like excuses, you know, and it's something that I realize, but it's something that I am not very good at stopping myself, I guess, once that snowball effect starts. And that's like kind of ironic because the new episode of Serial is called Snowball Effect. Definitely listen to the new season of Serial if you haven't. It's very fascinating and interesting and devastating. But I've just noticed that since trying to limit my spending, which I'm doing a much better job at being very particular about what I purchase, I'm also more lenient on myself when I make that first purchase, and then the next ones I'm like, you know, like I'm not like as tough on myself as I guess I should be. And I have such conflicting thoughts on this, because part of me is like, don't spend a lot of money, which is obviously important. I don't want to spend a lot of money, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, but this stuff makes me happy. But it's also like, what about it makes you happy? Like, is it the actual product? And how much does it make you happy? Like, is it worth this money? Is the money giving you happiness equivalent to the amount of money that it costs? Like, I don't know. It's one of these like big questions and big issues that I have with spending in general that just seems like such a big question that it's like too much to bear, so I just like ignore it. Like, it's too much to unpack sorry, I just kicked you guys. It's so much to unpack psychologically that I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't want to think about it or deal with it. Like I just want to spend money or not, but I don't want to think about it in like a super deep way. But I know that when I am thinking about it in a deeper way, I'm happier with how I'm handling my money. And so I'm just in one of those kind of lackadaisical, like I don't really care about the mental state. I just care about, does this make me happy? Yes, okay. So I'm not really proud of that, but that is honestly where I'm at right now. And I like to be honest with you guys because it would be so easy for me to be like, oh no, didn't buy anything, I'm doing perfect. When first of all, that's a lie. And that's not creating the conversation that I want these videos to create. I don't look at myself as like the perfect YouTuber or like the perfect project planner or like limiting my spending. I'm not like perfect at it by any means, and you guys know that. And I feel like since I've done less project pans and stuff, I've been less in the public eye, I guess, as that. And so people aren't judging me as much as they had before when I would mess up. And I prefer that. I don't want every little mistake that I make to be criticized so deeply when it's like not anyone's business other than my own. But I want these videos to update you on my actual thoughts on how I'm doing and be honest with you and start a conversation and make you guys think about how you're doing with your spending. And a lot of months I dread doing these videos because I'm not doing as well as I would want to be in the perfect scenario. But what is the perfect scenario? Like that will never happen. And so it's just working at it constantly and keeping it on your mind really helps a lot. And doing these videos or keeping a journal or something where you check in and really evaluate your thoughts on what you're spending your money on, how much you're spending, like if you feel good about it, if you want to improve on it. I just want these videos, which are reflective to me, to be reflective for you guys as well, to go back into your own minds and think about it or type it out in the comments. I love when I see you guys like having these like amazing comments, like these long meaty comments that just get to the heart of so much. And it's just so cool to be a part of that for you guys and your thought process. So I'm not doing amazing, but I'm not doing terrible. I purchased stuff at Ulta as well because they had a 20% off on everything, including prestige. So I've been trying to get Christmas presents already when I know that the sales that are going on are as good as Black Friday. So that is my qualifier, is I look up what last year's Black Friday deal was for the specific brand or the specific store. And if the Black Friday deal last year is not better than the current coupon that I have and I'm in the position to purchase whatever now, I will purchase it now instead of waiting. Just so then it spreads out my purchases so I don't have like bajillions of dollars spent on Black Friday weekend. I'd rather have it spread out as much as possible. So I just literally Google like Ulta Black Friday 2017 and see what they did last year. And honestly, Sephora and Ulta normally just do like little like gift sets or something on sale for that day. They don't do like a percentage off store-wide, but specific brands do. So if you're, say, purchasing or wanting to purchase something from like Smashbox, for example, they might have on Black Friday or Cyber Monday a like 30% off or more store-wide. They might. Like, I'm not saying that that's for sure, but I know that it's been done in the past. Like Becca last year on Cyber Monday did 30% off on their own Becca Cosmetics website. So I'm not buying Becca products at Ulta or Sephora, because I know if I want something as a gift or if I want to purchase something myself, I will wait for that 30%, which is obviously more than 20%. So just do your research. I find that that is what usually leads me to purchasing around this time of year, is if I can find as good of a deal or something that is equivalent to the Black Friday deal or Cyber Monday deal. And it might be different than last year, but you know, they probably do similar sales every year. So that has been kind of spurring my purchases, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this person a gift, but I need a few more dollars to get to free shipping, so I'll get something for myself. You know, it's like those little excuses that add up that I'm not proud of, but that is like the honest truth of the matter. So I'm gonna have a Ulta and Sephora haul soon. Tomorrow I'm supposed to go to Ulta with my mom because they sent another 20% off. So I want to go to the store with her to see if there's anything that she wants for Christmas. Maybe give her some ideas for stuff I want for Christmas. And we're also gonna do Target for the after Halloween sales. That is the best day to go shopping, is the day after holidays, because everything that's themed for that holiday will be half off or more. It's wild. Like, I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's like a little sick how excited I get for the day after holidays. I just don't understand why anyone would buy stuff before holidays when it goes off on 50% off afterwards. I know it doesn't make logical sense, but it makes monetary sense. And if I have to celebrate every holiday after the holiday actually happens to save 50% or more, I'll do it, honey. Don't put it past me. I always celebrate Valentine's Day the day after because of that. Like, I'm just a weirdo. I don't know, you guys. Oh, so the one thing that I wanted to mention that I've been tempted to purchase this month is so absurd that I had to share it with you guys, because this was one of those things where I was literally so close to pulling the trigger, but it was out of stock. And I'm so thankful, because I am just like mind boggled why I thought I needed this. So as probably all of you guys know, Dyson came out with a new hairstyling tool called the Air Wrap. And it is like a curling wand that, instead of using like heat, technically it's using like air power with heat, and it's just like this crazy thing, and it's $500 or more depending on what like set you get. It's sold out like immediately. Everyone's going crazy about it. However, the reviews on it are not $500 worth. Like, if it was, say, $200, I could see potentially like trying it out for myself. Like, even still, like, I do nothing to my hair, and the reason I wanted this is because it says that it dries and styles at the same time, which is my problem. I don't heat style my hair at all. I don't use a blow dryer, and it's like a personal choice because I don't feel like my hair needs it, but it's also because I'm lazy. So this is a product that intrigues me so much because it kills two birds with one stone. It dries and either curls or straightens your hair, which just sounds amazing to me, honestly. Like, even just saying it out loud, I'm like, oh my God, I want it. But in the reviews that I've watched, I have noticed that it's harder than it might seem, because since it's using like air suction, it gets like more hair than you want. Like, if you're doing it with your hair down, which I don't like section my hair. I'm not a professional. I don't want to spend much time. I want it to be foolproof, and I thought that this would be like that, but from the reviews I watched, it's not foolproof, and that's really what I need. So I'm not spending $500 on it. It's I just am crazy for even considering it, but it's one of those things, like there was a lot of hype about it. It seems so amazing. Dyson is a brand that I really, really love and support. I love their technology and their innovation, which this is probably the most innovative hair product I've ever seen. And if I was super rich, I would definitely buy it, like no questions asked, but I'm not super rich yet. And there's no sense to it, especially with the reviews that I've seen being lackluster for the price. So I just wanted to bring that up because it was one of those crazy things where I was like, I'm gonna spend $500 on this thing, okay? And I was like rationalizing it. I was like, I'm gonna save so much time. It can do 2 things at once. But it's just not for me. It's not for someone that literally never does their hair. It's just crazy. I'm crazy, I know, but that was the reality of this month with me on the edge of buying that Dyson, but it was out of stock, thank God. And really, there's nothing else that I was really tempted by because I did purchase some things. So the things that I purchased obviously tempted me. And then with the Sephora VIB sale coming up very shortly, it's going on already for VIB Rouges, but for VIBs, it's the weekend of the 9th, I believe. And then Beauty Insiders is the following weekend. It's kind of weird that it's not just like continuous. It's only during certain weekend periods that you can use the 20% off, which I find extremely annoying. But that's what they are doing. So I have a list going. I filmed a video about my wish list and what's in my cart and talking myself out of things. It was a good like challenge, I guess, for me, and also something just to go through with you guys and talk it out. And I took a lot of stuff out of my cart. Like I had hundreds of dollars in my cart when I started the video, and I dwindled it down a lot. And I'll probably not even get all the things that I have in my cart. So I'm really trying to focus on gifting, and I have a few things in mind for my mom, especially for Christmas, and some of my friends as well. I've been picking up things here and there just to, like I said, spread out that money that I would be spending a lot in one chunk. I'd rather spread it out over a longer period of time, just to not have like $1 million spent in one weekend. But a few, either last month or the month before, I told you guys to start putting aside money for Black Friday, and I already have $400 saved up for Black Friday, which sounds like a lot of money, but I honestly spend hundreds of dollars on Black Friday. So I'm still saving up until that weekend, and then I'll be able to put that whatever money I spend, I'll be able to put it straight to my credit card payment, and from my savings straight pay it off, and that makes me feel really awesome. So that has been going well, and I'm still saving $20 every single week, just putting that like directly transferring it to my savings, and I already have $100 from that. So it's just these little things that add up really quickly that I didn't even notice that money was gone, you know? I elaborated more on that in my previous no buy update, so I'll link that below, and my whole playlist for you guys in case you want to binge watch these no buy, low buy, whatever the heck updates. But I really enjoy doing these videos for you guys, and I hope it does make you reflect and think about your own purchases. And it is a struggle. Like, I know that I have a spending addiction. Like, it is an addiction, and it's so hard to say that out loud because it's like, oh no, like nothing that serious is like wrong with me, but it is something that I struggle with. And I would say that it gives me that like good feeling like an addiction does. Like when you do it, it gives you a good feeling, and that's something that I'm trying to work out within myself. And it's really hard. It's a hard thing to admit, and like I'm proud that I even want to change it, but I am struggling right now, especially like leading up to Black Friday. I feel like that weekend every year is when I like go crazy. Like I don't buy everything I want, but I buy a lot more than I normally do. And so I feel like leading up to that, I also wanted to mention this. I have been, this is so bad, you guys. I've been looking at like deal websites and like finding deals and like gifts with purchase and stuff. And that kind of stuff tempts me so much. Like a lot of the times I'm like, nope, don't need that, don't want that. And that feels awesome. But it's just the habit of even looking is dangerous and bad for me, and I know that it is, but I still do it. And that's something that I'm really trying to like step away from, because I get into routines. I'm a highly routine motivated person, and like if it's part of my routine, I'll do it. I'm less spontaneous than I am routine driven. And so when I'm in the routine of like checking certain websites every day or like whatever, when I'm checking websites that don't benefit me, it's bad. And it's a hard thing for me to break, because it is like, oh, this is part of my routine. It's something I do like without even thinking about it. And so I do want to cut back on that, but it is harder for me at this time of year when I know that a lot of sales are going on. But I know that the best sales come on Black Friday, so I don't know why I'm like doing this. I'm like crazy right now. So I have a lot to work on. November, I really hope to spend like nothing until Black Friday. I really, 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 really want to like just rein it in, you know? And I just have to do that for myself. It'll make me feel good, and it'll make Black Friday even sweeter when I get to purchase things on a much better discount. So that is what is going on in my mind about my low buy. Please let me know how you guys are doing in the comments below, especially if you want to talk about Halloween or about your low buys or no buys and how you're doing and your victories and maybe your struggles. I know that we all go through harder times with this and easier times. Like the beginning of this year, I did like so well, and then it's just been like rocky since then. So it's fine. It's not the end of the world, you know? So I try to tell myself that, but I also don't want to minimize it. So it's like, the struggle. But I appreciate you guys watching either way. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.